Paul, how was that as a workout for your boys tonight?
I think exactly what we needed. No disrespect to the opposition we faced, but obviously a sterner test against a team in the league above. A lot of quality in the ranks, tested us more without the ball, and like I said, much needed minutes for some players in warm conditions. I don't think it was quite as bad as what was maybe made before the game or the worry. So delighted with the performance and the fact, I'm hoping certainly so far, that picked up no new injuries, so I hope that's the case.
Fitness wise, are your players at where you wanted them to be at this point?
No, I've kind of said that I don't think they will be ultimately, but there's a few of them that aren't too far away. I think probably the players that we've had that were involved last season are the ones that in general are a little bit further along. So that's kind of the balancing act that I spoke about is difficult. I think you could tell Kieran that's his first minutes, and he said his legs were sort of dead at the end. He's had a bit of illness as well, so understandable, but pleased that he got out there and got some minutes at least with his new teammates. And we'll keep working them, as much as we can. I think the one thing that is slightly more in his favour than normal is that we can use 5 subs come the start of the season, and I think maybe early on that could be a benefit to us, and may well be needed.
Danny Amos and Otis Khan, fresh absentees tonight. What's the situation with both of those?
Otis has been an absentee for a while, but it seems to have gone unnoticed, and maybe my fault I didn't mention it as well. No, Otis is struggling with a calf injury that he picked up at Cleethorpes. Hasn't trained or anything since, and will be a little while out, so we won't be seeing him for the foreseeable future. Danny, he came on at Alfreton and just kind of turned his ankle almost, but I think it's more a kind of foot sprain. Doesn't seem too bad. Hopeful certainly that he can be fit for the start of the season, and in training I would imagine, or certainly hoping in a few days.
How long will Otis be out?
A while.
Okay. You miss him for the start of the season?
Yes, yeah, absolutely, okay. And certainly a bit beyond that.
Right, okay. Well, we wish him well. As for Ryan Taylor, what's the situation with him right now? Because I know he's been missing for a little while now.
Ryan's, I think, going to be back on the grass on Thursday. But again, back on the grass doesn't mean he's just training with the team, but he'll do some running, and all being well, he can sort of build on that. Orient is probably a push. Not going to say definitely out, but I think it is a push. But again, we'll have to see how his running and his recovery from his running goes before making that decision.
And Niall Mayer, of course, you revealed at the weekend, has got this thigh strain.
Yeah.
How's he looking right now?
He's optimistic in terms of, he said it feels a lot better. I mean, I'm not putting him down. That's what we want. We want him to be positive and hoping that he can get back as soon as possible. But I'm not sure where that optimism's from, in terms of, to my mind, he hasn't done anything to really test it, and sometimes my legs feel great and then they're not. So I'll kind of reserve judgment slightly, but he definitely feels that he's getting better, so that can only be a good sign.
Are you in the market for another centre half still?
We're looking, Matt. We're looking at a few areas. I think I've kind of alluded to before, and nothing much has changed on that. We still want players in, and we'll keep sort of knocking on doors, or keep taking the calls, and see if anything either becomes available or is kind of, I guess, situations change at clubs that allows maybe 1 or 2 players to look at other options.